Okay, and we're live. Hello, everybody. Lord the Crocker Squirrels here. We got some breaking news for you folks. Yes, that's right. This is the breaking news show. Yeah, a U.S. court managed to deliver a decision in less than a year. All right. So, how about we bring on the guests today? How about this guy over here? Say hello to Lundgren, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing today, Len?
Uh, Overall, I'm doing okay.
So what do you think? A U.S. court managed to come to a decision quickly. How about that shit?
It sounds kind of rushed. I don't think
Yeah.
they thought it through the whole way.
Well, I assume that somebody thought it through because they put together a decision of nearly 100 freaking pages.
Yeah, they just did it over a coffee break.
All right. Well, actually, this one was 16. 100 pages was another thing. Yeah, that was all kinds of ass. All right. So let's see what our next guest's opinion of this is, and it's just the three of us today. Sorry, folks. All right, how about you, Sanji?
Okay, 16 pages seems like a coffee break to me. I agree with Lingren here.
Plus one coffee break, kick ass. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with everybody, whether you know them or not. We're going to see how this all goes. But yeah, Ironmace versus Nexon. A local judge up here in Washington State finally managed to get through some shit. Took a look at the case and just flat out decided it without bothering for things like oral arguments. This is not necessarily a bad thing. In this case, I'm pretty sure it was a good thing. Let's have a look. We need that bigger. Make that bigger, Sanji.
Okay, one big document coming up.
All right. The U.S. District Court, Western District of Washington at Seattle. Scroll down. Nexon Corporation from Korea. Again, versus Ironmace Company Limited, a Korean corporation, and others. This is an order of dismissal on grounds of forum nonconvenience. This should be fairly obvious. Is what the judge came up with. This is a copyright claim that was filed. That was filed here because Steam because it was taken off of Steam because Nexon said no, that's ours. And we've already had the conversation where, no, I don't think it is. That conversation's happened. There's, I'll make Sanji put together a playlist for you guys.
Yeah.
It needs doing, Sanji. You need to get on that.
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I do.
Okay. So there will be a playlist, and at some point, Sanji's going to put a card to that playlist. Right now. Okay. All right. So, Nexon says, you stole our shit. Ironmace said, nuh-uh. We did not. Besides, you already canceled that project. Nexon says, well, we could have exploited it later. The judge in this case said, really, people? Not only did you file this case in Korea first, then here, Nexon, but I have no idea why you even go here. Okay, the courts in Korea are just fine. They know what the hell to do with themselves. Nexon makes an argument made an argument in the last docket piece, and this is docket number 50. That means there were 45 more, or 49 more.
No, this is actually document 57.
What?
This is actually docket 57.
This should be docket 50.
Nope, 57.
Oh, it's 57. So there are almost as many as many items on the docket as there are pages in. Well, actually, there's more. It's like three, almost 4 times more. It's a lot. Anyway,
the point is
hey, I got you. The point here is they requested oral argument. The judge says, nope, I don't think so. You don't go here. I don't care. It is not my job to care. If you can't force the local Korean courts to do the thing, to produce certain types of evidence that we could give you if we felt the urge. Well, guess what, folks? We don't feel the urge. You have a comment, Sanji?
I was going to say that the lawyers went through more paper in this document, in this case, than what we could have realistically come up with in Korea.
Yup. And the other thing they had requested was a hold for discovery and a stay of proceedings until some other period of time. Both of those, by the way, were denied as moot. We're dismissing this case, so you don't get those. We're not going to set a precedent for you, so you can go over there. No, we are not doing this.
Yeah, just go argue those cases somewhere else.
Go argue these cases in a place you are already in, as opposed to dragging it across the Pacific so that you can get bits of evidence that you probably don't actually need,
or can't have your own country.
And we don't care. We similarly don't care that Korean copyright law seems to be operating in favor of the defendant. This case was filed I assume, just because Korean copyright law might actually fall in favor of the defendant. And yeah. And then the defendant themselves actually argued that, well, you're not suing these people individually, you're suing the company, and the company never entered into a contract with your stupid ass.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. That's the long and the short of it.
So what's going on in Korea? It's all of this shit is procedural at this point. We have nothing of substance. There's really not any evidence going on here. They're playing stupid. Nexon is playing stupid, fucked up games because they think they can. And this judge, if you go all the way to the end of all the way to the end, it was page 16.
Okay, page 16.
A lot of this is just precedents and shit. All the way down. Okay. Tana Lin said, fuck you. And that was just earlier today, north of me, about half an hour.
Actually, this ruling came down not even barely 2 hours ago.
Nexon asked the court to deny any, quote, defendants, request for dismissal with prejudice because it believes it will be required to reassert its claims under U.S. copyright law in Seoul District Court, which it can't do, despite the fact that it is already asserted essentially the same claims under the Korean copyright law, in the Suwon action, which was the one they filed first. Nevertheless, Nevertheless, the court finds it appropriate to dismiss this action without prejudice. So, yeah, no.
Which means that they could, which,
They can bring it back if they don't get. They can bring it back if they don't get what they want. The problem, of course, is that the Korean copyright lawsuit will wind up having bearing on anything they bring back here. That's all.
What the hell? The food's like full. Morning. There's no feeling more for a while.
So, in the United States, no more paper will be wasted for some time yet.
and at 3 cents a sheet, yeah, that can get pricey.
Well, that's just what it costs to get copies. But yes, our as far as this looks like a good decision from Judge Lin. It's like, okay, you guys have a copyright lawsuit over there. Under Korean law, you're making the same assertions.
Only you're adding Ironmace.
Why do I have this on my desk?
Yeah.
You can just take this, walk off back where you came from, and when you get it sorted out there, then come see me. But only if they break the rules again. Judge Lin mostly goes on through the length of this lawsuit. Giving an idea of what is and isn't appropriate in terms of international law. Nexon drug up a whole bunch of, as it seems that Nexon had drug up a whole bunch of precedents that had very little or no bearing on a case of this nature, and where she could find any kind of bearing, it's an extreme stretch.
Oh, heck yes.
So there you go. That's the whole thing in a nutshell, gang. Seriously.
I suppose the point is, should we really drive home the point?
Why are you trying to drive home? That's the question.
Well,
because this was effectively FAFO for Nexon.
Yeah. It just wasted their time and they wasted their money.
Oh yeah. The thing is that both of them they both seem to have some reasonably deep pockets for this. Ironmace more for the folks that actually want to see this game out. Because it shot way to the top of the fucking charts before Nexon could be fucking bothered. Nexon couldn't be bothered picking on people for the copyrights until this game was released to Steam for people that had paid for a certain amount of early access, and
right.
Not only did it get massively downloaded, it became the number 2 game on Steam in terms of numbers of players for like a couple of days, 3 days or a week before Nexon spotted it and went, "Oh shit, we should probably strike this for copyright." Demand that Steam take it down. Valve did take it down, and then the counterclaim was filed.
It had 69,533 players at an all-time peak 8 months ago.
Okay, how long did it hold that spot? Because I know there wasn't. I seem to recall that there were not very many players of any other game at the time.
According to Steam charts, that peak lasted about 3 days.
Damn. Okay. Your average Electronic Arts Spunk Gargle Wheelie game doesn't last that long. The Steam chart say what else were going on for those what the next one down was, up and down it was for that particular period?
No.
Does not. You might actually be able to look at that by day. But that being said, we will probably go through all of it in another venue at some point in the near future. Time. This is just we're giving you the headline news, but we don't want to completely bury the lead, so we're going to cover it in more detail later. How's that sound for you two?
That sounds great.
Sounds good.
All right then. Stay tuned. There will be we will make a community and we'll make a community post somewhere around here somewhere. To let you know when and where that is going to be, but you must subscribe if you want to go looking for that. So don't be afraid. Click the little button. It loves being clicked at least once. Twice if you want to turn on the little bell so you don't miss anything. We will be keeping track of how this one goes. We're going to see if we can't pull the Korean docket. Assuming, of course, that we can find a copy in English. Google Translate blows. All right. So that's going to be it for us today, I think. Unless you two have more comments. I'll just back off the floor now.
I don't have anything. Do you have anything, Lingren?
I've got nothing.
Okay. So, be safe. Be sane.
And until the next time we see you, beware, the tax man cometh.
Yup.